and its variants, a framework for conversational value. Before discussing communication skills, debate, or social intelligence, there is a more basic question that often goes unexamined. What is conversation actually for? Most modern discourse treats conversation as instrumental. It is used to persuade, to perform intelligence, to win, to position, to extract attention or compliance. In this framework, conversation is a means to an end. But there is another way to understand conversation, one where its value does not lie in outcome, dominance, or resolution. That framework is captured by the concept of amorlogia. The root idea. The root amor refers to love or care. The root logia refers to discourse, study, or reasoned exchange. Combined, amorlogia describes a relationship to conversation grounded in care for the process of thinking together, rather than control over conclusions. Amorlogia reframes conversation not as a tool, but as a shared cognitive space. Amorlogia. The disposition toward conversation as a cooperative process of understanding. Amorlogia values mutual clarity over persuasion, exploration over resolution, attentiveness over performance. Conversation under amorlogia is not judged by who is correct. It is judged by whether understanding has increased. Amorlogia does not require agreement. It requires good faith. Amorlogist. An amorlogist is a person who practices amorlogia. An amorlogist listens without preparing counter-arguments, allows ideas to change mid-exchange, does not rush toward conclusions, treats dialogue as something to be entered, not controlled. The amorlogist is not passive. They are precise. Their contribution lies in maintaining the conditions under which shared thinking is possible. Amorlogic describes communication shaped by amorlogia. Amorlogic speech is measured rather than reactive, curious rather than defensive, structured without being rigid. An amorlogic exchange may involve disagreement, tension, or uncertainty. What distinguishes it is that the disagreement is not weaponized. The goal is coherence, not victory. Amorlogically describes the manner in which conversation unfolds. To speak amorlogically is to allow pauses without filling them, clarify before challenging, prioritize understanding the other position accurately. Speaking amorlogically slows conversation without stalling it. It increases depth rather than volume. What this framework is not. Amorlogia is not debate culture. It is not rhetorical dominance. It is not intellectual posturing disguised as curiosity. It does not require agreement. It does not require politeness. It does not require emotional intimacy. It requires only one thing, a commitment to conversation as a shared cognitive activity rather than a competitive one. Why this matters. In environments shaped by algorithms, outrage incentives, and attention scarcity, conversation is increasingly optimized for visibility rather than understanding. Amorlogia reframes conversational skill as a form of resilience. It asks different questions. Can I think with someone I disagree with? Can understanding increase without resolution? Can dialogue remain intact under tension? These are not social questions. They are cognitive ones. Closing thought. Amorlogia is the practice of treating conversation as a site of joint reasoning rather than personal validation. It does not reject persuasion. It simply refuses to treat persuasion as the primary purpose of dialogue. When conversation is no longer about winning, thinking becomes portable again. And once thinking becomes portable, understanding stops being scarce.